and is the green character that
known as Slimer.
And there was some sequences where he was supposed to be up in the chandelier, and there was a little guy made at great expense. We found out to make the proper streak that was needed for the shot, it wasn't small enough. And it being the 12th hour and even the shot out, we ended up basically spray painting a peanut green.
But it was moving quick.
Yeah, so no one saw it. The despicable, disgusting blob, as they call him. I don't think anybody really knew that his inspiration, I remember talking to Dan Aykroyd, was Bluto from Animal House.
Yeah, John Belushi.
John Belushi was the inspiration of this. We were asking what these characters were supposed to be.
And Pee Wee Herman was going to be the Gozer at one point. And then it went to
Grace Jones.
Then it was Grace Jones, which is the line, aim for the flat top. The character of Lewis was John Candy, which ended up being Rick Moranis. But we had storyboarded the whole sequence with John Candy. And then we had shot these elements of this ghost. We had to make this really tight-fitting sort of gossamer gown that she was wearing, this sort of flowing, and so she could float. You know, we shot her against black. To make a mold, everybody would sort of rub Vaseline delicately around certain places. And finally, she grabbed one of the guys and said, "Come on, let's just get on with this." And grabbed the sandal.
Excuse me.
The first glimpse the audience gets of him is this little, what the hell is that? You know, I mean, you're looking between the buildings, and so you've kind of seen, but you don't know what you've seen. And then when he steps out on Broadway, it's like this great King Kong kind of exposition.
I remember that forced perspective set we made of Central Park. We were just rolling model cars down the street.
Yeah.
Some of them we radio controlled and drove one of them kind of haphazardly into a fire hydrant. It took several takes just to get the car to hit the fire hydrant, as it turned out.
But when that fire hydrant went, you had that good spilling sand technique.
Yeah, Pete Gerard made this little spray device that just shot fine sand up to simulate the water. The weird scale that we ended up in made a real problem for all the just populating the streets with vehicles. It turned out to be 1/18 scale. You don't find any accurate model that's that scale. So I scoured Toys R Us and found this police car that looked like a New York police car, was the right vintage and the right size, as it turned out. So I called all the Toys R Us stores in Southern California and bought all they had. And we had something like 100 of these police cars. So we chopped them up and turned them into fire trucks and taxis and police cars and everything else. The other decision that we had to make was the scale of it. That became a huge discussion. It was all centered around the size of the Marshmallow Man and how big the Marshmallow Man was to be. It's 112 and a half feet tall. I don't know why.
Between camera speeds, lighting, and his performance, he gave the character the volume. He actually made it 90 feet or 112 and a half feet tall.
And he was doing this double bounce walk like a cartoon character, and it looked really, really stupid. And I remember Ivan, we sent over this footage, and he just went, "Oh my God, how can this possibly be the end of my movie?" I remember he got really nervous, and we kept saying, "It's going to work, it's going to work." You haven't seen the finished suit.
I mean, you know, we got even this $25,000, $30,000 suit. We got 3 of them in the world. We set the guy on fire, he falls down. That's the universal signal of I'm in trouble, so we put him out. Now there goes $20,000. We got to try it again tomorrow night. We do it again, and he does it again. Then we hired Tony Caesar. And okay, all you got to do is step up on this box, slap the top of his shirt. Got it? Yeah, but I don't want to use the supplied air, right? Well, we argued for 10 minutes about the fact that he was going to have to be on supplied air because the foam on this thing was toxic. I won.
All that marshmallow is basically shaving foam. You have to mix it in 500-gallon batches.
So it weighed like 500 pounds. Yeah. So when it hit the actor, it actually,
push a gun. You didn't know that was going to happen to him. They said, just stand here and look around. And they dumped all that shaving cream on the street, and didn't even know it was going to happen. Got really angry with everybody.
Well, we told her that we're going to put little pyrotechnics on the car. Operative word little, and it was loaded pretty heavy. And that line that she sticks her head out there around the corner. What the hell are you doing? She's looking straight at us, and she's not happy.
You know, John and I worked in animation. You can draw anything you want. John kept drawing these things that that you.
It's easier drawn than done.
And when he did the finale with the temple blowing off, he had this shake from the explosion. It was hilarious.
Yeah, but
You know the guy was standing right there.
I showed it to Thane, and I said, Thane, can you do that? Yeah. And I remember after we were so proud of the explosion, how cool.
Mark came to me and said, how strong do you want me to make this building? I said, stronger than you can.
So we welded up a frame out of 1/4-inch steel around the whole temple there. I just couldn't believe that you needed it that strong. And then we started talking about deflector aprons to get the blast to shoot out the sides like the original illustration.
I would say, but they would all have been killed. Yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke.
I was standing about 100 feet away when that thing went off. I had stuff going over my head.
I had the unique privilege of being hit in the head by one of the best pyromans. One of the errant benches on top of the temple went flying through the air, hit the plexiglass, careened off and creased me in the skull. You've never been to see me? Never been to see me.
In my own defense, I told Virgil, he came to me and says, where's it safe? I said, behind me somewhere.
Excuse me again.
Really serious about making it stupid, and the stupidity had to be completely believable. And I mean, they were funny, they were gags, but every matte line, every character, and every piece of animation model, everything was done with a detail as if they were doing 2001: Space Odyssey. But we never let go of the fact that the initial drive was it was supposed to be funny.
Well, this is going to be incredibly stupid. We're never going to work again. What's really going to
Like I said,
We thought it was going to be a big hit, but it was a monster hit. It's one of my favorite comedy movies of all time.
We got one!
There's a few million more stories out there. But these will have to suffice.